show you guys today how to spatchcock a turkey. And what it does is we're actually like sort of butterflying the bird and laying it out so that it cooks somewhat more like even temperature. If you want to do it yourself, it's not that hard. It takes a little bit of muscle. These are actually turkey shears, so they can cut through the bone. You're just going to start cutting down the backside. There is one little part here when you kind of get up to the top that's, there's a little ridge that gets a little tough to get through. But as you can see, it just kind of cuts through nicely. We can flip it on this side and kind of do the same thing on the other side. And again, you do really kind of want some sharp shears, like to get through this. It's kind of a funny name, spatchcock. I'm going to tell you, it's not easy. I mean, you got to work a little bit to get through it. This has a lot of collagen and a lot of really good nutrients, the bones in there, so it really makes for a really great broth. Now that I have it, I'm going to take my paring knife. You can just take this knife and put a little gap in it. Just kind of cut it a little bit. You're going to kind of get it, and it just kind of breaks. You just kind of push it down until it just kind of cracks open. And then pat it dry. If you want to dry brine it, salt brine it, just take some kosher salt. You can kind of rub it all over. And then again, you can get it up and underneath and on the inside here. Sit in the fridge overnight. It's just going to absorb the salt. You're just going to want to get like a baking sheet or a nice dish, deep dish pan. And then you're going to need some kind of rack to hold it up, because we're going to also pour some broth, or you could do water down in the bottom of it, just to kind of steam it as we go. This is just the herbs that you're going to see kind of around Thanksgiving: sage, rosemary, thyme, oregano. I'm going to put it in, some softened butter, and then I throw some garlic in there. I love garlic. Get my hands up and under the skin, all the way through here. Now you can stick, your herbs, your pats of butter up underneath here. You're going to have to, maybe get a spoon to get your hands in there. But then you can get kind of the butter all around. Now, I'll just put a little butter on the inside. If your bird's cold, a little bit wet, your butter's not going to rub on there as easy. It really needs to be kind of room temperature and not wet. So this one is. All right, we're going to gracefully. See how it just kind of lays out nicely? And I'd also put a little bit of salt on the bottom of that, and then we'll just kind of pour the butter right over the top. I poured that over the top, but you can also, again, slip this herb butter out underneath the skin. And I just do a little salt, just a little kosher salt over this. I tuck the little wings under, like this. You could do it between 4 and 425. The one thing about doing it at the high temp is that the skin's going to cook pretty quickly, so you're going to want to check it. And if you start to see the skin getting kind of dark, you just want to cover it, tent it with some foil so that it doesn't, burn. That one would probably cook in about an hour and a half, maybe an hour and 20 minutes.